Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. It's me, Karthik Venugopal, the Surgeon at Arms for today's meeting. And today we are having the Gabbys Toastmasters Club meeting. I am Karthik Venugopal. Once again, I said sorry. I'm sure you are excited as I am. The meeting will be blocked for 2 hours, and you are expected to stay for the entire duration. Before we start meeting, I want to highlight some very few key points. Your video should be on and audio should be off. Audio should be on only when you are called to speak or need to speak. So be mindful of that. Regarding the topics of sex, religion, and politics, even though Gabbys Toastmasters Club does not put any restrictions on speaking on these topics, at the Gabbys Toastmasters Club, we request all speakers and non-role takers to be very mindful and responsible on these sensitive topics. As a club, we are committed to practicing diversity and inclusion in both letter and spirit. Ensure that there are no sexist, racist, and or any such undertones that create hostility and discomfort for members or guests. Now let me call upon the presiding officer for today's meeting. So she is working as senior data analyst. She is a certified image consultant and personal branding coach. She is the president of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. So let me call upon the presiding officer for today's meeting, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goyal.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, my dear fellow Toastmasters. That was our Sergeant at Arms opening the meeting with such high energy, Toastmaster Karthik Venugopal. Can we have a round of applause for Toastmaster? Although he mentioned it twice that this is him, Karthik Venugopal. Well, with this, I open meeting number 206 of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. I have the golden gavel. I declare this meeting open. As I stand here as presiding officer for the meeting today, I come with one announcement regarding elections. The term for the current EXCO, the Executive Committee for all three clubs, the Gabbys International and the Gabbys Online, it's going to be over by 31st of December 2024. So we will be having our elections a month prior to that, which is on 7th of December 2024 for the term January 2025 to June 2025. For next 6 months, if you are interested to participate in any of the roles, if you are interested to take up any of the EXCOM roles for the next term, please feel free to nominate yourself. The form is already out. The notification is already out. If you have any questions, our election chair is Toastmaster Meeta M. Shah. You can also reach out to the current presidents, that is Toastmaster Meeta M. Shah for the Gabbys International, Distinguished Toastmaster Saurav Datta for the Gabbys Online, and Distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goyal myself for the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. Right? I look forward to multiple nominations for the roles. Please come forward and participate. Now that was one announcement. Now it's time to announce something that has happened recently. Though we were not actively participating in the same, yet it just happened. Why? Because the Gabbys is always there whenever it comes to awards. Yes. We have got one more prestigious award for the club, for the members. 2 members of our club have got this award, the Centennial Toastmaster Award. We are a 100-year-old organization, Toastmasters International, that started in 1924. In 2024, we are completing 100 years. For this, there was a celebration by District 92. For the same, they have recognized a few individuals who have gone beyond club, beyond area, beyond division, and many a times beyond district as well. So the members who have contributed to the membership, to education, to various sessions, and many more avenues are the ones who got recognized for the same. We have got 2 members. Please put your hands together for Toastmaster Meeta M. Shah and Distinguished Toastmaster Saurav Datta. We have the award here. May I take the opportunity of conferring this award for the club members as presiding officer today? Can we please welcome, this is for distinguished Toastmasters. Thank you so much. Congratulations, DTM Saurabh. Oh, there are more things. This one is also for him and for Toastmaster Meeta Shah. Do we have your award as well here? Okay, we can still announce. Please put your hands together for Toastmaster Meeta Shah. Can we everyone say please? Congratulations.
This does not have a name, so you can still.
Have a picture.
Yeah.
Without the top. Congratulations, ma'am. With this, it's time to know who all have joined us for the very first time or who are our guests. I see a guest in the room. Let me first check online. Who all are there? Chaya Sethia.
She's my mom.
Okay, ma'am, would you like to unmute and share your introduction, a quick 30-second introduction of yours?
Mom.
Mom and Mark. Should I call her and tell her to come online?
Can you call and tell to switch on the video?
Yeah.
Okay, in the meanwhile, we are,
1 minute, let me just tell her.
yes, in the meanwhile, Ms. Chaya is coming on screen. Let's hear it from Shravan. Shravan, you are not a guest anymore. You're more like a family to the Gabbys. We see you so often. So, quick 30-second introduction for the benefit of our guests. Okay, Shravan is also not here. Shravan is working with TCS. And he is a very diligent Toastmaster. I'll just introduce him for you. He's a very diligent Toastmaster, a serial table topic speaker who goes to multiple clubs and attends TT. I'm sure that's the reason he is coming up with stories so often. That's Toastmaster Shravan Kumar for you. In the meanwhile, I'll come to the room. Yes, ma'am. Your introduction. You can come over here and introduce yourself. This is the speaking area. Yes. Quick 30-second introduction.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to be a part of this prestigious club. I have really been looking forward to it, and I thank Sumit, my nephew, for motivating me. And I'm so happy I was in Bangalore today to participate here in person. Basically, my name is Priya Singh. I'm a resident of Chennai at the moment, and I'm an academician, a marketing professional, and a poet. So that's my journey, and I really am very, very happy and really enjoy the sessions that I've watched online on your YouTube channel. And I think it's a wonderful platform and a wonderful way of encouraging people to come together as a community and develop their personality, encouraging each other to grow together and evolve together. Thank you so much.
Thank you. My dear fellow Toastmaster, that's our guest, Ms. Priya, for you. Let's hear it from Chaya. Yes, ma'am. Your quick 30-second introduction.
Yes, hello, good morning, everyone. I'm really proud and happy to see the online session of Gabbys. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Looks like we missed you here in the room. We have your son and your sister here.
Mother.
Yeah, mother, Sumit's mother.
There is some voice problem. I cannot hear you. It's not audible.
Okay, let me see. Can you hear us now?
It's a little poor. I don't know why it's not
How
audible.
about others? Mukund, Kamal, are you able to hear us?
Yes, we can
Yeah,
hear
yes,
loud and
yes.
clear.
Okay, it's probably your device.
It's probably at her end.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. We'll come back to you for more during the table topic section. For all the guests, you can attempt an impromptu speech today. That will come up later. Not to steal the thunder from our Toastmaster of the day. Our Toastmaster of the day today is someone who is just sitting next to me. But let me give a formal introduction. He has been training people on data analytics. He has been training people on leadership. He's the founder of Elcor Consultancy. Please put your hands together for Toastmaster Ganesh. He's the Toastmaster.
Thank you. Thank you all. So can I share my screen?
Yes, you can share your screen.
Allow Zoom workplace to share. I don't think I have access.
You have access. Do I help you?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay, our Toastmaster of the day is setting up his tools, his presentation. Allow him a few seconds.
You were also guest.
Pushpak, yes, really spoke well.
Thank you.
Okay, we are able to see the screen.
you're able to see the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Over to you.
So the theme for today is, before I go to the theme, thanks you, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy, for my introduction.
Ganesh, can you please adjust your camera? We can't see your full face. Yeah, now it is okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that.
Yeah,
Am I
now we
visible?
can see you. Yeah.
Visible and audible?
Yeah, visible and audible. Yeah.
Thank you all for joining. Thank you, Toastmasters. And it's been a pleasure being with you all of guys. And I think I've seen some new faces here. So today's theme is basically living a digital life. So can some of you tell me what is a digital life?
Zoom meetings. Virtual connections, basically.
Virtual.
Having devices as your neighbors.
Okay.
Without mobile or laptop, we can't join anywhere.
And the life which we live in social media platform.
Facebook, LinkedIn.
Right. Yeah, basically social media,
Mukund,
the one that you are carrying with you, the device all the time. Yeah, Mukund.
To me, digital life is going all the way to office, traveling 25 kilometers and attending team meetings.
For me, it is
That is
mind
the digital life.
present, body absent. For me, it is mind present and body absent.
Okay.
Right.
Where your virtual identity tells more than your real identity.
Is it the mind absent and body present?
Mind present.
Mind present and body.
Body absent, yes.
Okay.
Lovely connotations. Lovely analogies.
So what do you see here?
iPhone.
What does it contain?
Many apps.
Yes.
Money.
Wallpaper.
So do you use most of these apps?
Yes. No.
No.
No?
People have Android.
So when the iPhone was introduced by Steve Jobs, I was one. It had three features. One is the iPod, the phone, and an internet device, right? So which you see mostly on the bottom side of the screen. Right, that's where it was introduced. The later part which came in is what has been added. I think this is probably iPhone 18 or whatever version, right? So if you see the apps, whatever are there, is there any problem with the digital life? I mean, you call someone in FaceTime, you want to audio, you have your personal diary information, calendar, notes, reminders, right? You have mail, you can see your clock, you can use it as a camera, right? You can read books or watch movies.
All is good.
All
No
good, right?
problem, no problem.
So is this digital life okay?
Yeah, this screen is okay.
Should be okay. Is it iPhone versus Android?
No. Can I?
Good.
Oh, okay, you're able to see. Versus what is this? What is that you are seeing on the other side?
Social media, that is Facebook.
YouTube, Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Viber.
So how many of you are here and how many of you are on the other side?
I'm on this side.
This side?
Both
Yes.
sides.
Little
What
bit
side?
on the other side.
Okay.
That's with respect to WhatsApp and maybe
WhatsApp.
This is for entertainment side.
Mostly WhatsApp.
only WhatsApp, yes,
Mostly WhatsApp.
yes.
Yeah, me too. WhatsApp and mail and YouTube.
Yeah, mail also, mail also,
Mail and YouTube, okay?
and YouTube, yeah.
Except Pinterest it. Except Pinterest.
Oh, except Pinterest, everything.
We are into social digital.
Yeah, so basically there are some people who don't use technology and this is somewhere in between. Probably how we use mostly the phone and that is at the end of the spectrum. And also there are now internet of devices and everything that is coming up, which we are using. So that is the fag end of technology. Any new technology you get, you take it and use it, right? What do you think about this? You know who Philip Morris is?
555.
Marlboro.
Oh.
So there were actually 200,000 apps when the iPad came. How many more apps we have? Maybe tens, 100 times, right? So what are we looking for?
More and more connections.
More and more connections?
Apple, you're talking with respect to Apple.
only Apple.
Yeah,
Android is doing.
Yeah, the app meaning application store.
oh, the.
Wherever you have
That
application.
includes Google Play Store also.
Yeah, Google Play Store
Yeah.
or Windows Store or anything else store.
They want you to be connected. If
All the time.
there were more than 24 hours in the day, no, that much more, always
Right.
glued to some app or the other.
They want you to download the app so that they can earn from the downloads and ads.
Okay. So do you think that is true? App Store want your soul?
And money.
Bit of an overstatement. So I would say time.
I'll just pick it.
Apps are not that powerful also as we are making.
What about others?
They want your money as well.
Money, time,
Apps are free. They have in-app purchase.
Money, time, loyalty,
money, time, what?
loyalty.
Loyalty.
Phone
Okay.
space.
Phone space. Memory.
Privacy.
Yeah, ecosystem. They want to lock us in their ecosystem.
So here, when you are using the apps, do you know how much information you are sharing?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Are you aware? Everybody is aware of it?
Yes.
Not even for the normal. Sorry,
100%.
Yeah.
not 100%. Okay. So would you share more information? Is it important for you? How important it is for you to share information?
Not important, but they will not allow us to use the app. We will not share.
We don't want to share our personal life, but unfortunately, they can monitor our, interests and likes, dislikes, and like, for example, if I go on YouTube and I start watching a series or any particular person's channel I follow, they will send me more and more links to similar kind of videos and things like that. So they are, kind of monitoring what are you watching, what are your interests and other things. So it's a risk to your privacy, but you can't do anything about it.
Sure. And certain times they ask for permission. I read somewhere that when you get this pop-up to mark that you are not a robot, then you are not just clicking a pop-up. Instead, what they are asking is they will take a permission from you that they are going to watch the last 15 websites or last 100 websites that you visited. So by clicking on that robot option, you are not saying you're a robot. You are giving them the permission to look at your history.
All the history.
Yeah. So that I got.
To a layman, it's very tricky. This is something which I've
it's
just
like
got. I didn't know that this is what was the actual intention.
Okay. Just in the interest of time, let me know online team whether you are able to hear.
Yes, we can.
The computer sound is not sharing.
I guess from.
Thank you very much,
Mr.
Mr. Zuckerberg. Would you be comfortable sharing with us the name of the hotel you stayed in last night?
No.
If you've messaged anybody this week, would you share with us the names of the people you've messaged?
Senator, no, I would probably not choose to do that publicly here.
I think that might be what this is all about. You're right.
Slot machine.
What we have right now is slot machines in your pocket, right? What is slot machine? You're always looking for an approval, or you're winning something, you're losing something. And you don't know when you are winning something, when you're losing something. So you tend to play it again and again, right? You post a content, somebody likes. You post a content, somebody doesn't like. You're seeing a video, cat video. Sometimes it comes, sometimes it doesn't come. Why? Because you have to get engaged. Till you get the cat, you keep on seeing, right? So they are basically changing your behavior, right? That's what slot machine in our pocket. And that's where the problem is. So that's the theme of the day. Will come more
Start missions.
So for the guests and for the benefit of guests, let's start with the structure of the meeting. Can I just stop sharing?
Yes.
In a regular Toastmaster meeting, we have three sections. One is the prepared speech section, the table topic section, and an evaluation section. So I would like to introduce our general evaluator. Our general evaluator is none other than Asheen. She recently joined Salesforce. Okay. Recently joined Salesforce as a product manager and loves to read and write poetry. She has been conducting a session as a team award for the poetry, and I was the first one to participate in that.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, how are we doing?
Great.
Did I not teach you anything? Is that the only adjective that we would use when I ask how are we doing? I conducted a whole session on this. How are we doing?
Yeah, palpable.
I'll ask you the meaning at the end.
I still don't know.
Okay, so without wasting any more time, I think we should keep ourselves in check of time. We have the potential to run a little late. So as Ganesh said, there are three parts to the meeting. We'll start with prepared speeches, then we'll have table topics, and then we'll have evaluations at the end. For us to conduct a smooth meeting and a round of evaluations by not just the evaluators, I have an arsenal of people in my team today. It's called the Taggle team. the timer, our counter, grammarian, and listener. These 4 roles are going to help us keep different aspects of our speech in check. So for this purpose, I'm going to call on the virtual stage and the stage here, the timer for today, Toastmaster Kamal. Okay, he's online.
Yes.
So Toastmaster Kamal is a CA. He has been born and brought up in Gwalior. He finished Polytechnic Engineering Diploma in IT before CA. And I've heard your speeches, I've seen you grow as a Toastmaster, and I've seen how you have charted the territory of not just humorous speeches, but speeches filled with emotions, speeches filled with all kinds of variations. And whenever I hear you speaking, it's like a roller coaster of emotions. So over to you, Toastmaster Kamal.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Hello, Toastmaster and guests. So today my role is timer. So I will be I will be taking notes for times for prepared speeches, table topics, and evaluators as well. So for a lot of every speech, I will show the red cards, blue cards, and green card to for show your what time you have left. So for prepared speeches, we have 5 to 7 minutes. So at 5 minutes, I will show green card. At 6 minutes, I will show yellow card. At 7 minutes, I will show red card. And you will get a 30-second as a grace as well. For our table topics, we have a 1 to 2 minutes. So at 1 minute, I will raise a green card. At 1 minute, 30 seconds, I will raise a yellow card. And at 2 minutes, I will raise a red card. In this topic session as well, you will get a 30-second as a grace. For evaluations, I will raise a green card at 2 minutes. I will raise yellow card at 2 minutes, 30 seconds. And I will raise a red card at 3 minutes. In evaluation as well, you will get a 30-second as a grace. Over to you, to, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kamal. We'll move on to the R counter. He is a seasoned Toastmaster, but I have seen him taking a lot of taggle roles of late. Would love to see you take those taggle roles in the meeting, not on the virtual stage. You're a finance professional working for Capgemini as a director, and he's currently the Vice President Education of Gabbys Toastmaster Club. And he also conducted the infamous IPL League of Gabbys. And yeah, we all know what the results were. So over to you, Toastmaster Mukul.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. As a Toastmaster, the purpose of the R counter is to listen and make a note of unnecessary words and sounds used by all the speakers and role players of today's meeting. I will basically focus on 5 major areas. The first area is the filler words where we say etc. The second area is inappropriate interjections. For instance, and, well, you know, so, but, etc. The third area is I will make a note of the crutch words, similar to basically, actually, this thing, etc. The fourth area are the repetitive words or phrases in the form of I, this means, and such. And the last area is unintentional long or short pauses made by the speakers. And at the end of the session, I will present my report to the General Evaluator. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mukul. Our grammarian for the day is the person who generally plays the role of the SA in all the meetings, Toastmaster Mohan. He is always on point with sending the meeting agenda before the meeting and making sure all of us are in line before and during and after the meeting. And he's also very crisp with sending out certificates, which I don't think we give enough value and credit to. So a huge round of applause, Mohan, for what you've been doing. Please introduce your role as a grammarian.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters.
Good morning.
As a grammarian, it's my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers, listen carefully to their language. I will take a note of any misuses of the English language, as well as outstanding words, quotes, such as saying thoughts. As a grammarian, it's my responsibility to introduce the word of the day. Word of the day is technopoly, which means a person who is enthusiastic about new technology and its application. We can use an example, being a technopoly, he quickly adapted to the latest digital trends. So I would encourage each and everyone to use word of the day. I will also share a chart in the word of the day.
Thank you. As a mark of respect, whenever someone uses the word of the day, we'll do a small silent clap. Okay, moving on to the listener and the final person in my arsenal, Toastmaster Meeta M. Shah. She's a teacher by profession and passion, but she has a lot of other passion for Toastmasters. She's part of more than one club. And whenever we go somewhere, it feels like Meeta ma'am brings her arsenal along. So Meeta ma'am, please introduce your role for today.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm the listener of the day. I'll be listening closely to everything said during the meeting and will draft small short questions to test our listening skills at the end of the meeting. Over to you.
Thank you. Huge round of applause for all the guests. Without any further ado, I will hand it over back to Toastmaster Ganesh to conduct the next part of the meeting. And when he calls me up on the stage back, we'll conduct the evaluations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So without much delay, we will start the prepared speeches. Because otherwise I can keep going on the technology part. So do we have Sumit?
Yes.
Evaluator?
No, I'm not evaluator.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. The evaluator is Abhishek.
Yes.
Okay. Hi, Abhishek. So today's first speaker is Sumit. He's originally from Agra and currently working in Bangalore. He has a background in fashion industry, specializing in sourcing leather products. He loves traveling to the mountains, especially trekking. In his free time, he loves watching sports, especially lawn tennis and football. So today's speech is about the presentation mastery, level 1, project number 3. Project name is Introduction to Vocal Variety and Body Language. And the speech duration is 5 to 7 minutes. And I think the timer has noted it down. So, Sumit, a journey through time. A journey through time, Sumit.
Have you ever noticed that how life teaches us through challenges? Let me take you on a time travel through the moments that have shaped me. As a child, I was so obsessed with especially playing outdoor games, especially with cricket, that whenever my mom used to stop me, I used to stubbornly refuse. No, mom, I want to play cricket and then study. But as you know how moms are, she refused. Then I have no choice but to feed her. No, mom, I want to play cricket. It's my passion. I have to hit a ball. Then she told me, I had no answer when she told me, Sachin has already passed his school exams. Now, when I look back those moments, it taught me more than just how to hit a ball. It taught me the power of determination. There were numerous times when my mom stopped me from playing cricket. But every time I used to find some or the other way to go out and play. Good morning, Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters and guests.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining me on my time travel journey. Now let's move on to the next phase of my life, that is rebellious teenage years. My teenage were full of rebellion acts. I was a master of rebellion. When my parents told me to turn right, I used to go left. I remember that I used to get so angry, I broke off the TV remote when my sister changed my cricket match with a TV show. And when it comes to my diet, it was a doctor's nightmare. I was eating burgers on Monday, pizzas on Wednesday, and noodles on Friday. I was just one meal away from being sponsored by a junk food brand. And then, unfortunately, golden streak got ended when I got a jaundice. And for the next 1 month, I was eating khichdi and promising my mom that I will never touch junk food again. Unfortunately, that promise didn't last long either. Now, rebellious teenager turned into a reflective adult. When I started working, I used to go out and give job interviews. I realized that job interviews are like Bollywood auditions. I used to practice like crazy. I used to rehearse in front of the mirror and practice for a number of hours, only to hear, sorry, we'll get back to you, which is a polite way of HR saying, better luck next time. Now, when I used to experience such moments, I used to get frustrated and upset. Why is it going against me? Why I am not able to crack the interviews? But over the years, I've learned the art of letting go. Now, when I hear a negative response from the HR, I just say to myself, it's their loss. Then came 2020, the year that tested all of us. I lost my job due to COVID. I didn't know where to go. I struggled to find the work for the next 1 year. It was like universe has pressed a pause button on my life. But during that year, I learned hardest yet valuable lesson, patience. Sometimes I realized that we have no other choice but to keep trying and trust that things will work out in the near future. And eventually they did. We are all timed, and when I look back at those moments, each phase, each challenges has left a mark on me. The stubbornness of the child turned into a determination. The rebellious teenager turned into resilience. The struggles of the adulthood taught me patience and humility. We are all time travelers in our own way, shaped by the roads we have walked on and the lessons we have learned. So, ladies and gentlemen, I ask you all, where has your journey through time taken you? Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sumit. Thanks for the launch. Okay. So continue with the teams for a bit and then we'll go for a show. Okay, so we don't have the second speaker. So we start with the slot machine, right? So where did it all start? Right? It's the persuasive technology. And it was a good intention with which it got started. So insurance companies and health companies want to reduce their claims. So they want to persuade the people to take their tablets on time using technology, to make sure that they go for a walk, they go for a gym, and they do it continuously. So they thought they can use the technology to persuade the people, right? Maybe there are a certain set of groups who are more prone to diabetes, sugar, right? So those are the persuasion techniques that they wanted to use. And these research papers, I think you can see there is a persuasive technology research paper or a book that has been published with many research that is done. So what happened was a professor, I think from Stanford or Harvard, was part of a class and he presented this persuasive technology. And who were part of that class?
Steve Jobs.
Wow.
And Uber as well. So they are all part of this meeting, persuasive technology, and then you know the rest is history. So there are three goals for this companies to work. One is the engagement goal, the another one is the growth, and three is the revenue. You can get all this in a video called Social Dynamo. Right? So there are three goals: engagement, growth, and revenue. What is engagement? How much of your screen time I can get? How much of your time I can get? Right? So sorry to keep listening to this. So there is again a snippet from that. So what they are doing, so if you see at the top, there is an engagement time. So everything that you browse, they know how much time you are there in that area, in that shorts or in that video, everything. And then they are throwing you this content that is surrounding this person. And then they are trying to see which one is staying long. Accordingly, they are going to throw more content. And there are no people that are doing this. These are all algorithms, right? They didn't know this is going to happen, but that's the idea of engagement. And out of the engagement, what is possible is to build a personality profile. So this particular person who is a personality, so they created here an ocean model, which talks about openness, conscientiousness, extraversion, agreeableness, right? So these are different parameters that they use. What else they use? Whether this guy is lonely, nervous, bored, focused, all the current moods. And then they are also derived what is your attributes on whether you're single seeking, shorter than average, whether you're affluent, athletic, what are your fears, what are your goals. So they build this model. So as they keep building this model, this person will become clearer and clearer to them. And what do they do with these models? What do they do with these models?
They tweak the app according to it to make more money.
Correct. So the system is the AI or the supercomputer, whatever is interacting. So the moment you take the phone, you're activating a supercomputer at the back and asking you to throw you some content. You're still browsing that content as it is. And you're trying to get all this information to them. So let me complete this. So who is sponsoring this? Who is the customer and who is the user? Or what is the product? So the customer is the advertisement people who want to put their ads. So this whole thing works, whichever is free works based on ads. Right? Whatever product you are using, and if it is free, this is based on ads. Now, for ads to work, so even in the ads used to come in the TV, newspaper, everywhere, right? They want to make sure that if I put an ad, a product is going to get sold, right? Now, how ads will work? They have to do predictions. For the predictions to happen, what is the prediction here? What is the next action you are going to take? That is the prediction that is happening based on your mood, your personality type, all the different things, right? And then they'll have to find patterns. But patterns will come with lots of data, right? So the engagement. So it's a vicious cycle that is happening. So this is what we need to think about. last week, one of my clients, she received a call saying that your Blue Dot courier has arrived. And nobody was there to pick up. So she works in a company where he manages the warehouse, stuff like that. So anything that missed out from the client or something, they're worried. So he gives a call and then says that you have to call this number. So the moment she calls, boom, her WhatsApp is hacked. Right? And then she was figuring out what to do, what got hacked, right? And I am part of that group. You see, the risk of this is that person is using her WhatsApp. She is there in 20, 50 groups. If she sends a message, a link, I tend to click because that's a trusted person. I don't know it's hacked. And all of us are gone. Right? So that's the amount of risk that we have. These hackers are doing whatever they're doing, right? So she went to Apple and she said that this is what happened. They said we cannot do anything. She went to police station, complained, she wrote to WhatsApp, but ultimately she got recorded in a day. So that's a good thing. So what happened is the person, when they called, they activated a call forwarding to a different number. Within her phone, it's an iPhone. We think that iPhone is very secure, Mac is very secure. No, nothing like that. Anything software. You have a phone and a laptop, I can see who is talking to whom and I can listen to them. So that's how it is, right? So the thing to think back when we come back is, how do we avoid this? And most importantly, how do we recover? So there is always a standard operating procedure. So when a fire safety happens, you do a drill, you do things like that. So what are all the things, a checklist or something like that, that you have to do to recover back to normal, right? So that's something that you need to think through. We'll take a break now. Thank you.
Come back by when?
5 minutes. Back. Do we have Sri Lakshmi? Yes. Okay, so we are moving into the next section of the meeting, which is the table topic section.
Join. No, he was there.
He's here.
Hey, Sami.
Today's table topic master is Rahul Swami. Rahul is a network engineer by profession, Toastmaster by passion, loves to travel new places and connect to new people. Introvert, trying to be ambivert, just do it is my favorite quote, or his favorite quote. Okay, over to you, Toastmaster Rahul Swami.
Thank you very much, Toastmasters of the day. A very warm welcome to all the Toastmasters and the guests for today's meeting. Welcome to the table topic session today, and many of us consider table topic session as the most rewarding part in the Toastmaster meeting, and rightly said so. because table topics prepare you for impromptu speaking. During table topics, I will invite a member or a guest to attempt a table topic. I will give out table topic once the participant confirms their willingness to attempt the topic. While you are free to volunteer, we may not be able to accommodate all the volunteers. At Gabbys, we believe in giving opportunity to those who are more keen to participate and those who need a little nudge. I will be using my discretion as the table topic master in case we are not able to give opportunity to all the volunteers. Please don't be disheartened. There is always one more meeting and there's never a dearth of opportunities in Toastmasters. Each speaker will get 1 to 2 minutes of time. You need to speak minimum of 1 minute and maximum of 2 minutes, 30 seconds to qualify for polling. Green card will be shown at 1 minute. Yellow card will be shown at 1 minute, 30 seconds, and red card will be shown at 2 minutes. You will get additional 30-second grace time to wrap up your speech by 2:30 seconds. 2 minute 30 seconds. We will have 5 table topics today, and each of them will be evaluated by table topic evaluator today during the general evaluation session. So the table topics today.
Rahul, can you
Hello?
come on camera?
Actually, I am not able to open my camera today as I'm not in that situation. But let me just check. Yeah,
Yeah. If it's really difficult, it's okay. Yeah, okay.
yeah. Um, so table topic session has started and you guys can volunteer. Hello?
Online first. One of the Toastmasters online. You can take Anand. I think Anand, you can just Anand is a Toastmaster.
Yes, yeah.
All right, Anand. So your topic for today is what would be the biggest challenge you'd face if internet suddenly disappears tomorrow?
Okay. Yes.
Over to you.
Thank you very much for such a critical topic. Absolutely, in Chennai, it's completely raining. It's going to be cyclone. So definitely there will be an interruption in the internet. Suppose if there is an interruption happens, right? So we can't connect with each other. See, my brother is outside. He's walking. He went for the office. Suppose if there is an internet disconnection, I don't know what's happening there. So there will be a disconnect and definitely entire family member will be in a terribly in a panic situation. So that is one thing. And second thing is, since today I'm working at home, I am bombarded with a lot of works, right? Completely we are technology scavvy, right? So we have to do that. Otherwise, the pending work will be there. If there is a sudden current cut, power cut happens, definitely there will be an interruption in the internet. So we all right, all my work get overburdened. Tomorrow, Monday, Sunday is over. Monday, I have to do lot of work. I have to burn my midnight oil. And second thing, one thing I can tell, if there is no internet connection, if everybody is at home, we can enjoy. There is no call from the office, no call from anyone. So we can do the digital detox. That's so in current scenario, this is a need of an hour because technology is overpowering us. See, during the 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, I'm getting a call from the office. It's unnecessary time. That is a recreation time. So those days, if you see, 8 hours work, 8 hours sleep, 8 hours recreation, that is a balanced life, work-life balance. In today's context, however, if you have that opportunity, we have to grab that opportunity. I have to enjoy the nature. Now raining, so I want to sit outside. I want to enjoy. Otherwise, 2 o'clock, I have another digital meeting with my boss. So over, it's unnecessary. If it is interrupted, one way I will be very happy. In other way, I will be sad. So technology is like a double-edged sword, right? So let us use properly. It should not be completely tech-philic or tech-phobic. You should be used as in a proper manner. Over to you, table topic master.
Thank you very much, guest Anand, and definitely technology is a double-edged sword. Moving on.
We'll take someone in the room. Ma'am, you would want to take. You said your name is
Priya.
Priya Singh in the room. Rahul.
All right. So Priya, your topic is how would you prepare for and spend a 30-day digital detox? How would you prepare for and spend a 30-day digital detox?
Well, if I get the opportunity of having a 30-day detox, I'm going to be really, really happy. And I would plan a long vacation in a hill station where actually, even if, there's any kind of a Wi-Fi available, I don't need to take it. And I'll just enjoy the nature, be one with the nature, and do treks and, listen to some wonderful music, poetry, which I have already got downloaded, that kind of a thing. It's going to give me a lot of me time. I can read a lot, carry my books, and connect with nature. And probably if I visit a place which is like, on the hills and I get an opportunity to do some farming, I would love to connect with nature in that way also. So I think a 30-day detox is a wonderful thing. Of course, I'm sure my family and friends, especially my family, would be a little worried, but their landlines are always available. So they can call and, like how it used to happen when we were in college. We just had that, and it really helped us only to call when required and inform our folks that we are fine when we were on a trip or something. So I think I would love that kind of a scenario, that I'm away up in the mountains without this digital life and not being a technophile and enjoying myself thoroughly with just nature all around. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you very much. I can definitely feel you are a nature lover. So next up, anybody would like to volunteer?
Yeah, we can take someone online again.
Online.
Okay.
Sorry, it was mute. Yeah. I can see Anu Gupta or Abhishek.
Ankur can take this, and then after that we can come to Anu.
Okay.
Yeah. He just.
Sure. So your topic for today is if social media platform vanished overnight, how would you stay connected with your friends and family?
How were we connected before? Do we say that when the social media apps came for the first time, that's when we started getting connected? Or we were already connected through some ways or other before even the social media apps came? As my previous speaker said, that landlines were always there. And social media definitely is a boon. If you see, you get to connect and maybe move your loneliness while you go out on social media, post something, chat with somebody random. It gives you an opportunity to meet with a lot of people. But at the same time,
as per the today's topic, it also brings a lot of issues. For example, on we are losing our connect with the people, the real connect. Our virtual identity is much more stronger than our real identity. Our virtual connections have become more stronger than the real connections. So I feel if the social media apps go away, there would be more connections in the real life, which I feel is the better world. Is that I leave that give it back to the table topic master. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abhishek, for your wonderful speech. And next up, I would like to invite Toastmaster Anu Gupta from online. And your topic for today is if you had unlimited resources to develop technology that solves a pressing social issue, what problem would you tackle? If you had unlimited resources to develop technology that solves a pressing social issue, what problem would you tackle?
Thank you, table topic master. Just give me 30 seconds of time. Yeah.
No problem.
In recent days, in the world of technology and AI, the most peculiar problem which I'm seeing is the usage of the technology with the senior citizens. They hardly are able to understand the features to be used in terms of like WhatsApp or the mail sending or booking a ticket, or it can be in terms of paying the bills online. It's really very difficult when we see that they are trying to struggle. Because in my family, I have a senior citizen who is always like, whenever I teach, they are always like very strong. I mean, they are very mindful of what key they are pressing it. Even we ask them to play around and do thing, but still they will be very mindful, having that panic attack, like what if something goes wrong. So that level of consciousness can be curved. If I have the resources, right, I can use something a good technology in a way wherein it can be user friendly for the senior citizen to take it up, learn in a make them learn the product, the usage of technology, and then it will be easy for them, because you can't go back. And right now we are all progressing towards the every upgrade or new technologies every now and then. So if this is the current situation, right, I would suggest that I would come up with something which any senior citizen can have the assistant of usage of any technology without having those panic attacks or any kind of second thoughts in their mind. So with that, I leave it to you, table topic master.
Thank you very much for attempting, and definitely senior citizens need some help on digital perspective, how to use that. Thank you for bringing it up. Um, Next, somebody from offline.
Pushpa.
So, Rahul, next three speakers can we take from the room? Pushpa, Karthik, and me.
Sure. So Toastmaster Pushpak, your topic for today is: would you prefer a life with complete digital transparency? Would you prefer a life with complete digital transparency?
My reply will be no, because everyone in their life needs privacy. And if we go with the complete digital, then personal life will be get ruined, and everybody should have a personal choice, and that should
keep secretly, and everything we should not disclose in a like a digital platform that can harm us harm us in a different way. So that will be my choice. I will go with the personal life, will not use in a digital platform.
Try speaking for a little more time
Yeah.
than the way that comes.
So if the reason behind it why I should not disclose everything because of that it can harm us in a different way. Like if you go with the social platform, let's take with the example that if we are going traveling and we are disclosing everything, that somebody can use that information and can use it in a negative way. So that's my point of view. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Toastmaster Karthik. Your topic for today is how would you design a social media platform that prioritizes mental health?
Okay, that's a very good topic, I would say.
In the wrong hands.
Yeah.
Topic in the wrong hands.
Yeah. So I would, okay. So actually, I don't much think about mental health, but it should be taken as a priority in everybody's life, because as we look upon being fit towards physical fitness, it's also very important to look on being very mentally active or being very mentally healthy. So if I were given a chance to design an app with being a mental health, taking it as a priority, then each and every 5 seconds of a reel in Instagram, I would tell everybody to do meditation for 5 minutes. So suddenly you're scrolling through a reel, and I'll be the person who will be telling all the people, 10, here is the time for you to meditate for 5 minutes. I'll take this opportunity as we are in the Zoom meeting. Let's all meditate for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So why I say this is because meditation is one of the best practice we can include in our lives to increase our mental health. And not only that, also, how do you react to situations? Now, let's say, for example, we see a lot of things going on in the social media. It's for how you react to that. So there are many things which can distress your mind. So be away from them. It's your choice. It's your hand. It's your fingers. So you should make that choice of moving yourself from the things causing you distress. So that also will make priority that I'll remove all the distressing things from all the social media platform, and I'll keep only the things which will make you happy. So, but even then, it's not possible, as I say, but this would be as a designer of app designer, I would design this way. That's my take on this topic. Back to you.
Wonderful. For so the next table topic speaker. So your topic for today is DTM Sarojata. How do you think social media will evolve in the next decade? How do you think social media will evolve in the next decade?
How many of you log on to your LinkedIn every day? And what do you think? What do you see on LinkedIn?
The same old posts, recycled.
What else?
I'm happy to join this, happy to join that.
I see a lot of Gyan.
Yeah, a lot of.
Every day I go to LinkedIn, I see a lot of Gyan from a lot of Gyani people. People who tell me how to walk, how to talk, how to pick up my spoon, how to dress, what to wear, how much perfume to put, what kind of perfume to put, how to smile at a girl, how to look at a boy. Everything I am taught on LinkedIn, whether I want to know or I don't want to know. What happens when you go to Instagram?
Photos.
Same in a different avatar. Someone will come on camera and say, various and ridiculous posts keep on bombarding us day in and day out. Every man and his brother is out there to teach us, make a better version of ourselves. Everyone is ready to invest on everyone else except for themselves. And this is exactly what I see happening more in times to come. Thanks to mobile phones being more available than toothbrushes, and people having more Twitter accounts than actual bank accounts.
Yeah.
Every man is a reporter, every man is a Sadhguru, and every man has the potential, or at least every man and every woman believes they have the potential to change everyone else's life. So what I see happening in terms of social media is we're getting more fluffy, we're becoming more full of ourselves, and we're thinking more of ourselves than we actually are in the times to come. We will get separated from reality. We will live in our own cocoon, in our own bubble, until one day someone will come with that needle and go on. Thank you. Back to your table topic now.
Wonderful. I think I can already imagine how the world will look like by your eyes, DTM Sarudatta. Thank you very much for all the participants for a wonderful speech.
We can take more. We can take 2 more topics.
Oh, we can take 2 more topics. Anybody who would like to volunteer?
Can you give it to Saroj? Saroj was there. Saroj is there on camera.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can
I'm
see.
Rahul, I'm here. You
All
can.
right, all right.
Yeah.
So Toastmaster Saroj, your topic for today is how would you balance the benefits of technology with the need of digital boundaries? How would you balance the benefits of technology with the need of digital boundaries?
Okay, so boundaries, I don't know, but I am the one who is using the technology a lot, like buying vegetables, paying salary to my maid, buying toys for my kid. So I am really a very digital friendly woman. So every steps or every work I do, I use technology. I take telemedicine consultation online. So my husband keep traveling for business meetings. So that time anything happened to baby or me, I go for telemedicine consultation. So I already taken the subscription for that. For entertainment, I use the Netflix, the Prime one. For shopping, we have Myntra, we have other apps also. Zepto is for my vegetable things. UPI payments I use. So balance for I am also an Instagram lady. I spend a lot of time on Instagram too. So balance is something I have to learn it. It is really tough for me. I invest a lot of time on tech things. So yeah, so I will say that I am not a right person to tell you here how we are going to balance. But for everything from morning to evening, I use technology for certain whatever it is. Like I previously mentioned, I have to go out, I book a cab. I have to go to restaurant, I book a table for myself. I want to buy something, I mostly buy online. So this is the things I do. So balancing and boundaries bit tough for me. But yeah, digital is the thing. It's like a second person for me who is there. Whatever I want in a one fingertip, I can get it. So yeah, this is the digital life for me, Rahul.
Amazing. Thank you so much for your take on this topic. And definitely, I agree. I also sometimes feel that social media is taking over, and I'm not able to, set the boundaries. Moving on to another volunteer. I can see raise of hand from.
Shravan Kumar, and this will be the last speaker, Rahul.
All right.
But Shravan, you need to come on video. If possible.
Okay.
Okay, then in that case, we'll move to Sneha.
It's on video.
Oh, Shravan is on camera. Then let's have Shravan and then Sneha last speaker.
All right. So Toastmaster Shravan, your topic for today's speech is, would you trust AI to make decisions on your behalf? Would you trust AI to make decisions on your behalf?
Fellow Toastmasters, would you trust AI to take decision on behalf of me? I partially agree with that. If the model is tested very well and validated, I do validations. I'm a validation a specialist for validating the systems for the requirements. So being a validation resource, I definitely rely on how robust the validation was of that AI model. And based on that, I can take a decision. Otherwise, I don't blindly rely on something which is just popping up with a take a decision based on its own way of without validation. So I'll definitely look for the validation status of a system which is prompting me to take a decision. That's one thing, and I don't. I also don't rely blindly on online systems which are prompting me to do something, take a decision on particular thing. I always open my mind. I don't go blindly, and it's all depends on the validity, I can say. So that's my take on this topic, Toastmaster Rahul. What about you?
Thank you so much. If I were to take decision on behalf of AI, I would first first understand the problem statement by myself, and if I am not able to use my brain and I am not able to tackle that problem by myself, I may take help of AI, but I will not blindly trust because AI also has limits. It uses the information from the internet and then it gives suggestions. That's my take. Thank you so much for all the table topic speakers and wonderful.
More we will
to-
take.
Sneha, the last speaker.
Sure,
This is the
sure,
last.
Sneha. Sure, Sneha. Hello,
Yeah,
is she there?
I hope I'm audible.
Okay, yeah. Hi, Sneha. Just
Take
give me your
Looks like we got a call.
Or out of topic.
hello. Sneha, so your topic,
Yes.
Sneha, so your
We can-
topic is, can technology replace human connection, or there is limit to digital intimacy? Can technology replace human connection, or there is a limit to digital intimacy?
Thank you, Rahul, for that wonderful question and this theme of topics. So I'm not sure, like many might not know, but I'm extremely passionate about AI. So I'm like very happy to be getting a chance to talk on this topic. But can AI replace human connections? The answer is obviously no. There is you might have come across a recent movie. Many might not have seen it because it features Ananya Pandey, who not many like, but I happened to see it, and the theme goes like it starts with two people who have a good human bond, and then AI starts creeping into their life to the point that one person ends up being killed, and then eventually people are just bonding with AI. That's obviously a very dystopian view of reality. Very far from AI, honestly, is very far from that space, and that's the reason it's called fiction. But having said that, that does bring up a very important important point about human bond and whether digital apps are really bringing us together, or are we like, is it just a substitute? So we should definitely find time to bond closely in person with our near and dear ones whenever possible, because nothing like in-person interactions. Thank you.
True, and I also believe that digital cannot replace, like digital intimacy cannot replace humans' connection. And wonderful take. And thank you very much for all the table talk speakers. I hope if anybody else is there who would like to volunteer, then also like we can go because we have some talk.
Yeah.
Time is up.
All right. Thank you so much for your participation. Wonderful from hearing you from you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster, TTM for the day. It was all wonderful topics and connected to what my theme is. It's a great one. Just to check with the timer, are there any disqualifications?
No, there is no disqualification.
Okay, thank you. So I hand down to Toastmaster Ashi for the general evaluation.
You Toastmaster Ganesh. Okay, let's get started. We had a wonderful first and second part of the meeting. In the first part, we talked about prepared speeches. I don't see the speaker two here, but I'd just like to drop a note saying that it is very difficult often for the VP education to get you a speech slot in a meeting where 15 people are attending in person, 10 people are attending online. So I hope that this message gets conveyed to even those people who are not here, that if you're not able to make it to a meeting, you are giving up a very pivotal part. You were assigned 8 to 10 minutes or 5 to 7 minutes. And if you give that up, in my previous experience in the clubs that I've been part of, there was a restriction that for the next 1 month, we were not able to get speech slots if we dropped any. So yeah, it takes a hit on how the VP education plans the whole meeting, and then last minute drop-offs are a big pain, and I can understand that. So if all of us in the room, if you ever take up a role and if you're not able to deliver, think about what impact it will leave and take a lot of responsibility when you're taking up a role next time. Let's get started with the evaluation. Sorry to dim the mood a little bit, but I had to say this. We had a wonderful speech today, and evaluations are also a very crucial and essential part of any meeting. So to evaluate the speaker, Toastmaster Sumit, we have Toastmaster Abhishek in the room, whose project is also that he will get Okay. Yeah, okay. So whose project is also that he will get evaluated for his evaluation by DTM Nancy, who's there in the room. So Toastmaster Abhishek. Abhishek is an accomplished data scientist with over 7 years of professional experience. He hails from Jharkhand. He possesses a deep cultural heritage and a keen interest in the stock market. And I've seen you upskill through the previous speeches that you've delivered and through the table topics that you keep on attempting. We know all about your love story and your beautiful wife. So take over the stage and give us a wonderful evaluation.
Thank you. Thank you, General Evaluator. So, hello, Sumit. Journey through the time. I enjoyed your speech thoroughly. You were very confident. And I remember your icebreaker speech. And I can see you have come very far. I can see your noticeable improvement till now. So, as evaluation is only for the vocal variety and the facial expression, body gesture. So, my evaluation will be confined to these only. So, let's come to the positive things. So, first positive, and the first positive thing is like you took pauses whenever it was needed. You gave time. You gave time to the listener to laugh, right? And then you proceeded. Then you proceeded instead of just fast pacing the speech. So it's a learning thing for me. I generally don't take pause when I give a speech. So this is the positive thing that I saw in your speech. Now let's focus on the recommendation part. I observe the lack of voice modulation in your speech. Your speech has sad, humorous parts, but I noticed that your voice and facial expression did not match the speech. For example, when you told that you lost the job or you are getting rejected, your voice and your tone was same throughout the speech, but it should vary according to the parts of the speech that you are telling, right? And similarly, the facial expression. And the second recommendation is your hand gesture. So hand gesture was fine for some of the time, but most of the time you were standing like this. Okay? So you did not use the screen space judiciously, given that your speech was in person, not the virtual one. I know that these recommendations are very minor, but I'm very sure if you work on these recommendations, your next speech will be very treat for us to listen. Thank you. I can't listen. I can't listen.
Great evaluation. I'll talk about your evaluation once DTM Nancy has also given us her feedback of how you evaluated. So Toastmasters, DTM Nancy, please come on stage. I am going to read out the official introduction as well, and then my version of the introduction. So DTM Nancy has been working as a senior data analyst and is a certified image consultant, and this has been abused and overused for so many times now. I have not been working in Salesforce recently. I've been working in Salesforce for 9 months. So whenever you come up on stage, please don't say she has recently started working at Salesforce. DTM Nancy, I've seen you take part in a lot of contests. I've seen you steer the ship of Gabbys Toastmaster every single meeting when you come. I've seen you as a T-Mod, I've seen you as a GE, and it's always a pleasure. It's a learning opportunity. The thing that I learned most from you is how you are so calm amidst the storm that happens around us when we are in a meeting, and you are that person who is like that school teacher who's telling us to stay on board. So DTM Nancy, please take it over and tell us how Abhishek evaluated.
Thank you. Thank you so much for a different version of my introduction. So thank you for putting in that effort and making me feel better. Toastmaster Abhishek Kumar, this was probably your first evaluation or maybe your second evaluation. What I loved about your evaluation was the fact that you started with a smile. The moment you started evaluating the speaker who was coming up on stage, you had such a beautiful smile that I wanted to hear more from you. Whether it's a commendation, whether it's a recommendation, that actually took my heart away. So that's the first thing I would like to commend you about. Then you talked about the project objectives, that this is what you are here for, and I'm going to evaluate you for these objectives. You mentioned the objectives in your own way, which is fine, but you mentioned the objective that was important. You talked about a commendation, and you also mentioned how that commendation was a takeaway for you. Then there was recommendation. Now, the structure-wise, you had objective, you had the commendation, you had recommendation. You have done a good job. If I have to share a few recommendations on your evaluation, I would say there were a couple of commendations more in the speaker's speech that you could have mentioned. Like he used a very good eye contact with the hybrid audience, whether it's about in-person people sitting here or whether it's about online people. That was in terms of commendation. Then when you're presenting your commendations, don't just limit it to the pitch, pace, pause, voice modulation or the tone, the volume, but also talk about how did he do in terms of content. I felt the content was placed very, very well. It was well structured. There was opening body, there was conclusion, there was humor throughout. So these commendations, if you would have mentioned more, this would have given a moment of epiphany to the speaker. So that's one thing missing. Second, okay, this is more of a commendation for you. I love the part where you talked about recommendation with example. So this is something that you keep up. Just mention more on the commendation part. That's the only thing I would say. To summarize my entire evaluation, you started with a beautiful smile. You had a very good structure in place for the evaluation. You had examples to share with the speaker. Just add a little bit more on the commendation to give a moment of epiphany to the speaker. That will take your evaluation to next level. Thank you. Over to the chief.
So let's come to Sumit first, then Abhishek and then Nancy. Sumit, I have seen your first speech and I believe I gave you a bit of a harsh feedback that time because I felt you were not flowy enough and that your aura was not welcoming or approaching enough. I would personally like to say you've made a huge improvement on that. First of all, the thing that stood out for me in your speech is the thing that I'm not able to do with my speeches that well, which is humor. I haven't been able to crack humor till now. And you cracked 2 or 3 jokes which landed really well. The landing statement landed so well with people that everyone laughed in the room at the same time, which is a great job that you did. The second thing, your play with words, resilience, rebellion, all these words made your speech very rhythmical. It was like I was on a journey, I was on a poetic journey of your life. There are a few commendations I have from my side. When you were speaking, it felt more like you were speaking to the audience online. DTM Nancy did mention that you had a good connect, but I felt as an audience sitting there that you were not looking at us enough, at the people in the room enough. You were looking at the online audience, which is a great shift because people generally ignore the online audience because they have a propensity to look at the people in the room. And the second thing is, I would still tell you, you have a lot of potential. You're a great speaker, and more than a great speaker, you're a great speech writer. You have a way with words. Loosen up. Use your body to express what you're saying. When you stay restricted in this part of the camera, you lose the opportunity to go from here to here, and you lose the opportunity to express to the audience what you really mean. So while your speech was beautifully written, it would have landed even better if you used your body and the stage a little bit better. You are there, you just have to nail it. Toastmaster Abhishek, what I wanted to say about you, I have not seen you that much in evaluation roles, so it was a pleasant surprise and a change to see you in an evaluation role today. And I don't know if you've evaluated before, but this one was a very good evaluation, I would say. You are on the right path to become a great evaluator. I have some recommendations for you. We should avoid using declarative statements. So when we say, you did not have any expressions, I disagree. You cannot say to a speaker, you did not have any expressions. You have to tell the speakers that in your speech, in this part, I felt expressions, and in this part, the expressions were a little bit. You did that really well with examples, but I hope the next time when you come around, you're more empathetic towards the end listener and speaker. DTM Nancy, I have no recommendations for you. You had a perfect evaluation. You covered a lot of what I wanted to cover. So I'm not going to repeat anything. And we should all learn from the good evaluations that happen in Toastmasters. Let's move on to the table topic evaluator for today. Toastmaster Sri Lakshmi. Let's try to keep it brief. We are at 11:40. But since we have the timer in the room, they will be able to show you the cards. What is the time limit?
5 minutes.
5,
3, 4, 5.
8, 10. Okay.
And there are 10 speakers, so I feel
3, 4, 5.
3, 4, 5.
Green at 3, yellow at 4,
Red at 5.
5.
Please take it over.
Okay. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Arsi. Now coming to speaker one, Toastmaster Anand. Toastmaster Anand, are you in the meeting? When Toastmaster asked the TTM asked the question, how will you handle if there is no Wi-Fi for a single day? I thought you explained it very, very well. You will face technical work issues. You will face a lot of difficulties, conflicts in your life, professional life. You can connect with family, but also that you also want connected that it's disadvantage without Wi-Fi. We were only our lives, subconscious, our mind were running only towards advantages of Wi-Fi. We did think of some negative without Wi-Fi, how life would be impacted. Without I think in every family there are people, whether 4 people are sitting there on the phone. If there is no Wi-Fi, how would it have been impactful? How would have been build good relationship with, we lose connecting because of social media. You even bought that topic also. It's a great change. You explained, I resonate with you very well. You explained it very well. How social media, both with Wi-Fi and without Wi-Fi, it would be balanced, or life should be balanced. You explained it very well. Congratulations, you did it fantastic. And you have a great enthusiasm, energy throughout. You started with the great and the energetic, and your closure also with the great energy. Now coming to second speaker, Toastmaster Priya. What will you do if there is 30-day detox of social media? You created. I thought you did very great. You had a great energy, great enthusiasm. You had a great opening. But one thing I felt that you should. It's like something like a storytelling. You should have created something storytelling like without social media. I would have, my life would be great. My life would be, and my life would be fun, adventurous. Something you should have created. Like I would have gone to, I would have gone, I would have gone connected with the nature. I would have done some meditation. If you are a meditation person, I would have did something. It would have been 360 transformation. I would have done 360 transformation. What 360 transformation to my life which I haven't done before. But you should have created something story. I felt from my point of view. But you told your point of view. It would have been more impactful. I felt. Now we are losing because of social media, we're losing connect with nature, meditation, these kind of things. Now coming to speaker 3, what would you do if there is social media disappear? That is very difficult question. Some people are totally, their life depend on the social media. Some people, we are losing connect with the human connect. But you even told that the good connect, you build a good connect with the people. You told good connect with the impact of social media, but there is a good connect with people around you. Good, it will build a good relationship with people around us without social media, without neighbors, parents, everything. But you should have also explained that social media, there are some plus points. If there is 80 negative, there are 20 positive. Also, some people get job social media, some people do Instagram marketing. It will impact their life also. You should have explained that those things also. You should have covered it. It have been more impactful, or it's a fantastic job. You explained it very well. Now coming to speaker Anugota, you explained about disadvantages of how our senior citizen face. That everyone have experience in our senior citizens. Not only senior citizens, our parent generation also face issues in booking tickets, booking any items. That's the thing. You should have created some story that there would be it's a table topic that you should have bought fun, that our parents, we should have created some classes, coaching sessions for our parents, senior citizens, how to book tickets, how to order anything if we need, if how to book a car. It have been more impactful, it have been more impactful, and it should have been give knowledge. You should give some, you should have been give knowledge too also, knowledge in your table topic answer also. It have been bought. No pushback and Toastmaster Pushpak, you explained about how social media impact our personal life and professional life. I felt you should have created, you should have brought both 50-50, how social media balances in professional, or impact of social media in balance in social media with personal life and also professional life. It have been more impactful. Now, Toastmaster Karthik, what I can say, you brought humorous to speak. You told that you would create a social media app which is mental health. That is very important, I can say. I am a meditation practitioner. Many people forget it. Mental health is very important as much as physical health. You brought that topic, you answered it very well. Now, DTM Saurabh, you also brought fun to the meeting. People, whatever they are practicing in the social media, they are not practicing in their personal life. That's very true. I resonate with you. At a great opening, great closure. It's very well explained. Now, Toastmaster Saroj, you explained that technology helps in daily life. I can say technology is very important in part in some people's life. They're totally really on total. But you also need to learn without the social media also. Going to buying grocery, they would help on or physical activities also. Because now people are lacking in physical exercises. You should have, that's the one thing we should keep in mind. And speakers, Shravan, what about to dish? This is the thing. Sometimes people do mistake. They go on the social media AI and take decision on AI. That is, you explain it very well. We can't rely totally on AI. So we should give our personal knowledge and AI. We should be mixture of both. We can't totally rely on AI. And Toastmasters Sneha, you told that you can't replace human relationship with AI. Definitely not. It's a machine. It's a machine relationship. You can't build a relationship with machine. Human relationship is very, very important. As it can't replace with machine relationship. And that's the overall. It's a great table topic. Over to you, Toshma Ji.
We are on mute on the.
You're on mute.
Let's move to the next part. I'll call upon the people who have been helping me all throughout this meeting to give their report, and then I will give my report at the end of the meeting. Let's call upon the timer. Toastmaster Kamal, please show us your report and tell us who is disqualified.
Give me 1 second. I'm sharing my screen.
Yes, right.
Okay, so you can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there is no disqualification today in prepared speeches and table topics as well. Since Sri Lakshmi Hegde, TT is not qualified.
Not a time code. Yeah.
So that's why there is no disqualification for today.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kamal.
Thank you.
We'll now call upon the counter for today, Toastmaster Mukul, to present his report.
Sure. Thank you. I'm just sharing my screen. Please let me know once you can see it.
Yes.
Okay. So there have been few people who have had hardly any ahs, ums, or any interjections, crutch words, etc. And they are Meeta M. Shah. We have Sumit, a speaker. We have DTM Saurav Datta. We have Toastmaster Abhishek. So congratulations to you people. You have really nailed it today. And there are also less people who have had very less number of hours, less than around, if I have to pick out someone who has spoken, who has had less than 3 such introduction or hours, it would be Toastmaster Anand, and we have Toastmaster Ankur, and Toastmaster Karthik, Toastmaster Nancy, and Toastmaster Sri Lakshmi. Thank you very much, and back to you, General Evaluator.
You, Toastmaster Mukul, for that elaborate report. Please, both for the timer and our counter, please pass on your reports in the group as well as in the chat for anyone who wants to see it after. Let's move on to our grammarian, hopeful technophile, Toastmaster Mohan. Please come here and give us your report.
Okay. Very mistake. I would like to each and everyone huge applause to our guest Priya. She will do the word of the day. There are some good usages in the meeting like possessive, numerous time, prediction, acquainted, interruption, ritual connection, peculiar, deploy, disclose, ridiculous, disappoint, pleasant surprise. And if you look into the rhetorical level, there are some repetitive words: persuasive technology, persuasive, so who is, so there is no call from office, again no call, my family little worried, towards physical and physical. And there also we use like metaphor comparison, like we Toastmaster Sauradatta compared like thanks to mobile phones were more available than toothbrushes. And there is also I always open my mind, I don't go blindly. So instead of we can say as I open my mind to think clearly, not to flow blindly. There are 2 recommendations, like we can say amount of risk, we can say level of risk, instead of example, we can say example. That's it. Thank you.
For the last role for today, we call upon listener Toastmaster Meeta.
So are you ready?
Yes.
Can you stop sharing the screen, please?
Yeah.
Okay, now we have a few questions. Let's see who is the very active listener. The Toastmaster of the day said, Phillips Morris just wanted what? He wanted what from us?
Lagan. Okay.
And after wants what? Your
Soul.
Wow. We have a slot machines in where? Which place?
Pockets.
Great. And our speaker Sumit said that his favorite game was something.
Cricket, football.
And which disease Sumit mentioned in his speech?
Disease.
This what?
Disease, COVID.
Jaundice.
Jaundice.
And what food he was served?
Khichdi.
So for how many days?
Oh, 1 month.
1 month. Great. And Saurav said that in his table topic that mobile is just like a
Toothbrush.
great. That's a thing. And one more I can ask that. Priya, the guest Priya mentioned that without mobile, what she will do?
Landline phone. Landline phone.
And travel.
Nature.
Going to mountains and spend 1 month there.
Wow. So 100 out of 100. All people. Great audience. I enjoyed to be as a listener. Thank you. Over to you, General
Evaluator, thank you. That was great. Let's start with my evaluation of the meeting. So, Sergeant at Arms, I missed what you spoke because I came late to the meeting, but I did see your activities on the group.
Sergeant Arms is Karthik today.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm going to comment on Mohan's one because he sent the documents
Yes,
on the group and he makes the certificates. And Karthik, you would have been fabulous on it, obviously.
Yes.
So I'll come to that in a later part of my evaluation. The presiding officer, DTM Nancy, you introduced the guests very well. I think there was one AV issue with Sumit's mother, right? When she was trying to come and speak on call. But other than that, it was a smooth opening address. And I always give this recommendation that the 2 or 3 people who are opening the meeting should do so with a lot of energy, and you're the right person for that. It's basically like physically pressing the gavel on the table and saying we are opening the meeting, so that energy should be high, and your energy is just the right amount to get started. I'll come to the person who took the most time in our meeting today, the Toastmaster of the day. I absolutely loved your topic. After a very, very long time, I've had so much interest in someone's topic because I'm also a technology professional. I come from the computer science background, so obviously I have a personal vested interest in this topic. But other than that, for everyone who was new to this topic and didn't even understand it, even they had a point of view on this topic. And that's what stood out for me, that you had ample amount of engagement planned in your Toastmaster note go throughout the meeting. I have some recommendations. So the Toastmaster of the day is actually the class monitor. So when they come on board, they have to be the person who does the class monitoring. What does the class monitor do? They have to keep everyone in check. They have to maintain the decorum of the meeting. And they have to make sure that everything functions smoothly, like a well-oiled machinery. The thing that I think you could have done a little better was, at one point in the meeting, it was too free-flowing for my liking. You were taking such a big pause that it felt like anyone could chime in, which should not be the case in Toastmasters. It should always be that the person who's standing here gives opportunity to people to speak, and then they come and speak. And I want to apologize for a mistake that I did during the meeting when Toastmaster Karthik came on board and he was delivering his table topic. I passed a comment. I thought I was doing it because we share a certain repo, but I should not have done it because it breaks the flow of the speaker. He has come here, he has something in mind, he wants to speak that, and I felt like I acted on my impulses. I shouldn't have done that. So we should not create an environment where anyone can speak at any time. The person who's here is steering the ship. So that should be the person who gives the opportunity to the other person to speak. If I take a certain someone's name, for example, Kamal or Saroj or Mukund, only then that person should speak. Even with the guests, if I call a guest on board, that's when they should start speaking, and it's a collective responsibility, not just the team mode of the day. It's the responsibility of everyone to maintain the decorum of the meeting and not have it like an unruly class where a teacher is required. But great topic. I got to thinking, and now I'm going to go back and watch Social Dilemma. And I'm going to go back and think about some of the things that you said. And I really like the model where you talked about engagement, growth, and all of those aspects. So yeah, great topic. Okay. I already talked about Sumit, Abhishek, and Nancy. So I'll move on to the table topic master. Toastmaster Rahul is not there on call. Toastmaster Rahul, when you get a chance to see this, I have seen you take up a lot of roles in the Tuesday and Thursday meetings, and unfortunately, generally, I'm not able to make it then. But it was a great opportunity to see you in person today, and I loved that the topic, which was about social media, about how much amount of time and energy we spent on technology, you tied in all your topics to that. A recommendation to not just Rahul, but all the table topic masters that come on board, and I've seen this happening far too often now with each passing meeting. Whenever we give a topic, we should give a topic that is small and crisp enough for the end user to understand. When we give a topic that is 2 lines long, when the person who comes here and speaks, they forget it halfway down their table topic. So give a topic that is small but big enough to explain what the intent is. And Rahul, make an attempt to come on camera without anyone telling you next time, because that's a great opportunity for people to connect with you when you look everyone else in the eye. It's a very good engagement initiative. I'll move on to the table topic evaluator, Toastmaster Sri Lakshmi. I love the fact that you had a take on every single person who came on board here, and you personally made recommendations on what content they could have added, which is a tireless job. There were more than 8 to 10 people who came on board, and you had something to say about each and every one of them. You made content recommendations as well, that I would have liked you to give this example, you to give this example. So I really like that. Few commendations I have for you the next time around. So Toastmaster Sri Lakshmi, personally for me, it was a bit of a challenge to grasp and understand what exactly were you saying. The next time around, try practicing a little bit pauses, because your role is not a timed role. A TTE is a role where you can take your time and speak about everyone who came on board. Take your time, take pauses, but try to be more clear with what you're saying. Try to chew your words so that people in the room are able to understand what exactly are you saying. Another commendation I have is, when we make commendations to the speakers, we shouldn't do this only and solely on the content that they speak. There are many elements to a table topic other than content. There is structure, there is eye contact, there is the use of the body, the use of the stage, there is thinking on the feet. Talk about the structure, talk about the other elements of a table topics other than just the content, because content is a very personal thing. If you give me a topic, I have a different take than if someone else comes on stage and they are given the same topic. So it might not be very well received when you make a comment on the content, but the amount of energy and effort that you put still in that was commendable, because I had not listened to the speeches as well enough as you. So great job on that, and you took your time and talked about every speaker at length. Then we had our timer, Toastmaster Kamal. I think very crisp and short role. Both the timer and our counters have a crisp role, but they have a very huge responsibility. If they don't keep us in check, we are bound to run over, we are bound to use a lot of ahs and ums. So Toastmaster Kamal, you did a great job at that. You crisply came and you explained your role, and I don't have any recommendations for you. There were no AV issues when you had to present. You came on board and you presented your report. Toastmaster Mukund, I have the same feedback for you from the past few meetings. I've seen you take up taggle roles. It's a very crucial part of the meeting, and you do take it up with as much panache every time you come on board. So it's a great job that you do that. And all of us should take up more taggle roles, including me. This is a feedback for myself. I'm going to take up more taggle roles from now on, so that the VP Education can give chances to everyone to take up new and different kind of roles. I come to the grammarian for today, Technophile Mohan. I really loved the word. Again, everything just beautifully comes in line. We had technology, we had AI as the theme for today. Then we had table topics which were in line, and then the word that you used was in line with the theme that we had for today. So it sat beautifully. Everything sat beautifully and came together. One recommendation that I have for you is, when you were presenting your presentation, you did not give names of people who used things. You only gave Saurav's name, which might, everyone used a lot of good usages in the meeting, including DTM Saurav. And we have a certain, and I think I've noticed in a few previous meetings as well, we are trying to deviate a little bit from the things that we have to give feedback on, like hyperphora, like metaphors, like similes. There is a structure that is there in the grammarian presentation, like repetition. There are a lot of pieces of usage of grammar in the meeting. Let's try to adhere to that, and let's try to mention the name of everyone who used that piece, because it's a very crucial part. I would like to feel appreciated, and I would like to also get feedback on something wrong that I did. Absolutely, for both of them. Other than that, you did a great job. You put the word in the chat, which helped everyone to connect to the word later as well. But I hope more people use the word of the day. And I'm done, I think. Oh, yes, the listener, Toastmaster Meeta. Meeta ma'am, you had great questions. It was almost like I was revising the whole meeting, because you were not just asking one question per speech, you were asking 5 to 6 questions per speech, where I was actually walking down memory lane and remembering, oh, Sumit talked about this, this, and this. Now I'm going back with the full packed speech in my mind. So that is a very pleasant change from how I've seen listeners behave, because listeners generally ask one question per speech. And you had a lot of questions, and that was very interesting. My recommendation to you would be again on the decorum aspect. When we ask questions, I felt like people online also had answers, but we did not give that much attention to them. The general method of when you ask someone a question is, then if someone raises a hand, you take their name and then they are allowed to answer that question. So then that way people online also get a chance. So you say one question in the room and one question online, so that everyone is engaged. So I think that will be a great method for anyone who takes up the listener role in the future. And with that, I'm going to hand it over back to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Ganesh.
Thank you very much for the detailed evaluation, general evaluator, and your team. So, yeah. So before closing the theme of the day, so what do you think about the digital life? So we had two different spectrums, right? As I initially showed, the iPhone where it had the apps. The other part of is the social media, and there is also beyond that is coming or is already there, which is the AI part, right? So there is a social dilemma, but there is also an AI dilemma. So you can go and see in that Center of Humane Technology that is started by Tristan, who is initially part of the Google, and right now we have started that company. So a couple of things. How do we avoid people from taking over our data, people taking over from our privacy and our security? Every phone or every machine has an option of privacy and security. Every app, whatever you have, what they can track, what security things that you can enable, right? Everything it is there in the privacy and security. Not a lot of apps need location. We think that Uber needs location. It doesn't need location for us to get a cab. We think Swiggy needs a location to deliver to our location. It doesn't need a location. There are apps that I have seen, a calculator needing a contact in Android. A calculator doesn't need a contact, right? So these are all the things that we need to be aware. Second point is in terms of recovery, right? So how the phone was visualized is, even though the phone is gone, not our data is not gone. So you have your computer where you have all your data, or your desktop where you all have your data. You take only what is required in your phone. You don't need to have everything. Similar case with iCloud. iCloud is given as an option so that you can sync your devices, but you don't need data, everything everywhere, right? You just keep whatever is required. And definitely go through the terms of conditions. It is very difficult as I speak, but the AI definitely can summarize you the key points, if at all you copy paste that, and then find out what is required. So those are a few points, but make sure you have an offline checklist of how you are going to recover, whom you are going to contact, if in case your phone is hacked or your iCloud data is hacked, your photos are hacked, what is your alternate plan? Thank you, and I hand over to PTM Nancy Goel. Oh, this is-
Thank you so much, our Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Ganesh, and all the role takers who have taken role in today's meeting. There were a lot of people who have taken up role in today's meeting and made this meeting happen. Can we have a round of applause for them? You are the reason these meetings are happening. You are the reason this meeting happened. So thank you so much once again. The poll link is open. I hope you all have casted your votes. Anyone who's still casting their vote? We have the link. Probably you can click on the link. Who's yet to cast their vote? Okay, all of those who have already casted their votes. Raise your hands, please. Okay, except for Meeta ma'am, myself and Saurabh, it's like the three presidents yet to cast. Online? Anyone? Mukund has already casted his vote. How about others? Kamal, Sri Lakshmi, Saroj, Abhishek, Sneha done. Ganesh done. We'll give you a few more minutes to cast your votes. Please ensure that your vote is casted on the polling link or the QR code. Your vote matters. We don't have the ink to give to you, but your vote matters, right? In the meanwhile, let's hear it from our guest. How was our meeting for them? Shall we start with Ms. Chaya? I hope you're able to hear us now. Please unmute yourself. We can't hear you.
Sorry. Yes,
Yes.
I'm able to hear you. And I'm Sumit's mother, and I really enjoyed all the speeches, and I'm looking forward to more such speeches.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you were here to cheer your son and your sister both. So thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for joining us online.
Yeah, thank you.
Next we have Sneha. Sneha, quick feedback.
Yeah, lovely meeting. As always, like extremely well organized. I think some things like our counter and the tally of like grammarian roles, I feel are probably better in this hybrid session because you can actually see an entire report. And one unique thing about Gabbys Club is even table topic speakers get feedback, which is like completely unique. So like kudos on the great meetings.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sneha, for the feedback. This helps us keep on improving as well as ensuring that the elements which are going on good, we keep on maintaining those elements. So thank you so much. Next we have Saroj. I'm moving with the online first and then we'll come back to offline participants. Saroj.
Yeah, today's meeting was really good, and the topics, the speakers, all were very good, to the point. The evaluator's journey, I understood here very well in this meeting today. The ways where the evaluator also need to focus, that was explained very well by you and other persons. So it was really good.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Saroj, for the feedback. Next, can we hear it from Ms. Priya? Yes, please. Everyone would love to see you.
Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. I really enjoyed this first session in person. I'm glad I was in person here for the first one. It was an enriching and enlightening journey. I have no words to express, and I thank my nephew Sumit for, exciting me enough all through since he's been a part of it, and I was really looking forward. And I must say, it was so well structured. It was so amazing. All the speakers who are senior Toastmasters here, it was a thorough pleasure to watch how you all conducted the meeting and how you all, appreciated, recommended, and gave your suggestions, as well as commended each and every speaker. And it was very well organized. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And the role of the evaluators, I think, was so difficult. but I must say, the overall evaluator, I really loved how you covered everybody's evaluations so beautifully. I loved your table talk of the day. It was very enlightening. And so yours also was very good. Karthik, you were amazing. I think everybody was amazing. Sumit, I really loved your speech. It was amazing to see I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for making me a part.
Thank you. And we also thank your nephew, Toastmaster Sumit, for bringing her along and your mom along. I'm happy to see the happiness in their eyes. So thank you so much. A quick session on takeaways. Karthik, your takeaway.
My takeaway is Sumit's speech was really good.
Thank you.
Saurav's table topic speech.
That's all. Quick. Push Karthik.
Yeah, so today it's like my first time that I physically present. So
That's
I'm really
your
happy and I want to continue this journey.
Wow, we would love to see you in our upcoming meetings in person here.
I would copy terms and conditions more to the chat GPT and ask what's wrong in those. So yeah.
Perfect. Kamal.
I feel like extended family of members of Gabby's family. I feel this is very good and what I like something first time I have seen.
Since you are not here, you missed all of this. So yes, extended family sitting online, sitting up here. Thank you so much, Kamal. Next, Mukund.
I like the G session very much. The nuances she brought out in today's meeting was really good.
All right, Saurav.
So Saroj coming on camera for the first time. Saroj has been joining our meeting as a guest for quite some time. Today she first time came on camera and I'm looking forward to her joining us as a member now. Thank you.
That's the takeaway. All right, Ganesh.
Best general evaluation.
Okay, now we know who has voted for whom. It's time to announce the results. Saroj. Yes, Saroj. You want to share something?
No. Already shared.
All right. It's time to hear the poll results. I know much awaited results. Everyone is waiting for the same. We'll start with the speaker polls. We didn't have any speaker polls, so automatically you are the best speaker. Next, we have best evaluator. We had 2 evaluators. I don't think this poll needed to be there. We had one first time evaluator and one, I don't know how many times I've evaluated so far. So the best evaluator for today's meeting goes to yours truly. But I really commend Mr. Abhishek for such a wonderful evaluation that you delivered today. I've already shared my evaluation on your evaluation. So kudos to you. Can we have a round of applause? You want to share something? Abhishek, I saw you on camera. No, okay. Next, we will go ahead with best auxiliary role taker. We had 4 role takers. Toastmaster Kamal Jain as timer, Toastmaster Mukund Joshi as our counter, Mohan Rao as grammarian, and Meeta M. Shah as listener. Today, we have a tie between 2 role takers for the best auxiliary role taker, and the tie goes to the R counter for today, Toastmaster Mukund Joshi, and the listener, Toastmaster Meeta M. Shah. Congratulations to both of you. Next is best role taker for today's meeting. We had 4 role takers. Toastmaster of the day, Ganesh. Toastmaster, table topic master, Rahul Swami. Table topic evaluator, Sri Lakshmi Hegde. And general evaluator, Ashim Chugh. I think this is known to everyone. Everyone loved general evaluation report. So congratulations. Last but not the least, best table topic speaker. We had 10 speakers today. And I'll not mention all the names, couple of guests and couple of our members. Everyone had a wonderful attempt at TT spoke for at least 1 minute. So first of all, kudos to all of you for at least meeting the time guidelines. Now the best table topic speaker for today's meeting goes to someone who made us laugh.
Happy.
Is not the winner today.
Made us laugh.
Congratulations, team. So I congratulate all the winners and thank you all the role takers for participating. For people in the room, please stay back for chai samosa. We will network over chai samosa, and for rest of you, we would love to see you in person here at 91 Springboard in the next meeting. Before that, we have 2 more meetings on Tuesday and Thursday online, which is at 7:30 p.m. and 7 p.m. respectively. So I'll see you on Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Thank you, everyone. With this, I adjourn this meeting number 206 of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Sumit.
Hello, ma'am.
Nice, nice. You're behind the
And it was a thorough pleasure.